Hello everyone, Unknown Reefer here, bringing you a general update of the Reef Pro 1500 with the Maxspect Jump 165 LEDs on the top. We've still got a couple of hours until they're actually at full brightness, but we've got a bit of daylight, natural daylight coming into the room as well, so that's lining up the tank. But I thought, as I haven't done a video for a while, I'll just give you a general rundown of the tank. Now with doing this, I've also deliberately not tried to clean the tank up at all before doing this video. I've just been to the fish shop, so I've got a couple of bags of live food sat on top there, so I've got some nice live there's the camera, can see that, live brine shrimp, which I'll be chucking in the tank in a minute, and some nice live copper bands, because copepods, because my copper band likes to eat them. It's always swimming around the tank. I've not really done huge amounts of changes to the tank, I suppose, since the last videos. I've moved this rock over to the left a bit, just to open out the tank a bit more, which does also mean that you can actually get, oh look, he's coming out, some nice images, if it will zoom in, of my pistol shrimp. You can actually see him now, so that's good. And also I've done a video before about why I'm working away a lot, so I am going mostly soft corals in the tank. And you'll notice that I had a nice big mushroom rock here, but my clownfish decided to try and host the mushrooms and upset them, and they all died off. Now, for those who've never kept mushroom corals like these before, what they do in a self-defense, if they're upset type situation, they will kind of spit their guts out as like a defense mechanism. But what that ends up doing is that ends up killing that mushroom off, and then it will kill any other mushrooms off that are around it. It kind of goes in a chain reaction. They start spitting all their guts out. It looks like white stringy stuff coming out of the middles of them. And that's exactly what happened on this rock. The clowns irritated them and ate, so they got the ump and they died off. So what I've done is I've bought it's probably only just opening out, I've bought some of the coral herpes, which is pulsing xenia, which I will accept the consequences, but it does mean that I won't care if the clowns start ripping that to pieces. The only other sort of newer bits of coral is I've got these orangey zoas up here. And a while ago I had got this mushroom that was about the size of a pound coin maybe, and now it's, I don't know even what you describe that as, I suppose as wide as a small apple now really. It is growing out really nicely, and under blues that glows a lovely orange. I've actually just gone and got another mushroom as well, a nice brightly coloured mushroom. I'm just going to go on this rock here. So yeah, I've had issues with polyp bailout on my stony corals, so I've lost my hammer corals there. My octo has kind of recovered from it. Frog spawn, sorry, has kind of recovered. I lost a few heads of that, but it is coming back, and that is a really, really hardy coral. And I've got couple of these fairy mushrooms and this sort of Kenya soft coral thing that's grown out. This again really, really bright under the blues, and that's more than doubled in size since I got it about a month ago. Other things of note, copper band is still doing well, always swimming around looking for bits of food that it can get to. All the other fish are getting on. I did lose my other wrasse just out of the blue. Just woke up one morning and it was dead. It's a bit frustrating, so I probably will get another wrasse at some point. And although it's hiding, the regal tang is also doing very well in the tank. Been through a couple of cycles of ick, but only minor spots. And it's cleared up and it seems quite happy. It's a bit shy for when I do anything around the tank, so as I've touched the top of the tank, moving those bags around, it will hide for a little while. But it's all doing well. Filtration wise, I'm still pretty much using the same filtration, apart from the fact that I bought a new skimmer. So I bought this Deltec. The guy in the local fish shop thought it was the 1000 model. It's not, it's the 600. It's the AC one, but actually it's the 600 I wanted, because the 1000 would probably be a bit too big for this tank. That has definitely helped. In previous videos I had lots of diatoms on the sand bed. I haven't got that. I've got maybe a couple of little bits just down at the edges now, so it is dying away quite nicely. And I was getting polyp bailout and all sorts was going wrong with the tank. That seems to have all stopped since I've done a water change and put that bigger skimmer in. Still got my filter roller, which I really like. Means I can go away and I don't have to worry about the wife changing her filter socks. I do need to top up the auto top off. As I said, it's been left alone with the wife for a week. She's filled up the RO a little bit, but not right to the top, so I've got to do that. My reactor is still going alright. One thing I have noticed about the Riophos is it can clump up at the bottom, so sometimes you need to shake it, but I'm probably going to go over to some sort of pellets rather than Riophos anyway, because I find you get like this orangey scum in places of your tank with the rower. There's a couple of new purchases there. I've got a couple of Zoas and a really cool looking mushroom in there, which I'll film at some point. And the only other change I made in filtration is I was running my carbon in the reactor with it as well. But I found the problem was, because the rower breaks down and you get the orangey mess, that was clogging up on the bag of the carbon to the point where it was clogging up, and then the whole reactor was just slowing down and getting clogged up. So what I do now is I've got my pump comes in through my UV into my reactor, but then when the pipe comes out it goes into my bag of carbon. Now, although if I get some crap coming off the rower it will still clog up this bag, it's not enough to clog up the whole bag, so I'll always get some flow going through that to keep my flow rate a bit more consistent. And again, since doing that and putting that bigger skimmer in, my diatoms have started to die back. Still need to do some more water changes, and I've not even scraped the glass since I've come back, so that needs a bit of a scrape up, but I've got some corals to glue down. Put that one fell off of here from where the clowns are being idiots, so that's going to be glued onto this rock. I've also got this cool lava lamp mushroom, which looks really cool on the blues, but it's got quite nice colours to it. Apologies to the shaky camera. I got in from the airport late last night and I'm quite tired today, so I'll try and hold it as still as possible. But yeah, generally we're about 18 months in, probably actually getting on for 2 years in on the tank now. And everything is going pretty well. The lights I'm still happy with. The only issue I've had with the lights is that I opened the app and they lost all their settings, so I had to reset them. But all I've done with that is I still keep my 6 in the morning turning on at like 5% on the purples and the blues. And then from midday up to 4 o'clock in the afternoon I then ramp up, because I'm mostly around in the evening, sort of 5 o'clock I'm home, so I tend to put the lights to ramp up later on in the day rather than middle of the day when no one's in the house. And the only other change I have also made is my auto feeder. I was feeding this stuff, this tetramarine flake, if the camera will focus on it. But I found the fish didn't really eat that much, and I don't know if that was causing some of my FOS problems, so I'm now using, I think I've thrown the container away because I filled it up, I'm now using a pellet, which I find the fish eat quicker. It doesn't get sucked down into filtration, it leaves tank cleaner, and it's more of an algae based one, because obviously I've got the tanks, the Regals come out. Things like the Regal like a bit more algae based food, and then I am still doing obviously my cheap Amazon nori sheets, which I bought 50 of those like years ago. They last really long time and everything seems to love them, so that's also worth a go as well. So hopefully that gives you a bit more of an insight into how the tank's doing and what I've been doing with it. I will try and get some more videos out on water changes, how I introduce coral and things like that over the next month or so. Thanks a lot.